Previous videos, you'll see that I've had a bit of bad luck with Abyss Dead Space in the Vexor. I started on level 1, which is the Calm filaments. I did alright with those, but I thought I'll try for the level 2 filaments, which are agitated. There's a couple of videos on those. One which I did well in, and I did it. But then I think I've lost like 2 or 3 Vexors now, and they're 50 million each, so I've put myself in a bit of a spot. All I've got left is a battle cruiser. I've grinded missions, level 2 missions in the Vexor and with Sisters of Eve, and now I'm grinding level 3s. I want to get to level 4 missions, but I need also a battleship to do the level 4s, and I still need more cash, so I thought I'd do a video on just how I do the level 3s to grind up the standing to get to level 4 missions, and also how I get the loot. I mean, it's not amazing ISK, it's not as good as level 4 mission ISK, but it sort of gets you to level 4 at least. I've done a fair few missions in this station, and that's all the loot I've got so far, and the salvage as well, and it adds up to 30 million. I mean, it's not amazing, but I've also sold quite a bit, so I've got 173 plus 30. I think I need another, I don't know, 100 million or so to be able to buy a battleship, hopefully a Dominic's, to use the drones, and then start doing level 4 missions with Sisters of Eve. The reason I've chosen Sisters of Eve is because they've got really good LP rewards. That I did some research and on Google, and you get a really good return for your LP from just buying things and then selling them in GS. So I thought I'd go with Sisters of Eve. So let's try a mission out, and I'll show you what I get up to when I'm doing a level 3. Let's have a quick look here. Agents, level 3 security. Start conversation. So destroy the bounty hunter and his merc henchman, then report back to your agent. And this is in Murder Salt. It's only one jump, so that's good, and it's called What Comes Around Goes Around. Not a bad reward for that. Hopefully there'll be some loot as well we can get. Let's check everything's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's grab a nosy. If you've got any questions about the ship that I'm using or anything, just drop a comment below. I'll be happy to answer. I'll also tell you what ship I use for level 1s and level 2s as well, if you want to know about that. I can do that for you, not a problem. So, off we go. This is the Myrmidon Galante battle cruiser. I've got some skills, but I just haven't played Eve in such a long time that I've forgotten how to use them, to be fair. This all runs, it's cap stable, so I can just run all of these modules. That's moved, I don't know why that's down there, forever, and I'll never run out of cap unless I'm getting nozzed or cap drained in some way. I'll show you the setup real quick. So here we go. I'm using 250mm prototype hybrid guns. The reason I'm using the prototype and not the Tech 2 is because I think it was either Power Grid or CPU. When you compare prototype and Tech 2, they've got exactly the same optimal range fall off and rate of fire and all the rest of it, but I do believe the prototype is easier to fit on a ship. I think it's less power grid, and then that helps me use the 2 reppers then, which are Tech 2 reppers. So in the mid slots there's a battery there which helps with the cap stability, 2 cap rechargers, drone nav computer, and the 10mm afterburner. And then in the lows we've got a reactive, because it's just a lazy man's hardener, a reactive hardener. It moves to where you need it to move to. And in level 3 missions with the battle cruiser, you're not really going to struggle, so you can just use this. You don't have to swap out hardeners for different mission types. 2 reps just in case it gets a bit rough. 2 drone damage amps. It's a Galante ship I'm using, Tech 2 drones. Damage control just for all out resistances. And then the ancillary router, I believe, was for my power grid issues that I had. yeah, hence the prototypes plus the ancillary to get those 2 reppers going and cap stable. I did try switching this out to get another nano pump in, but I just couldn't get the power grid to work. Even with hardware, I couldn't get the power grid working. Let's just put all the mods on because we've arrived, and then a capacity control circuit in there. The drones, I've got some ogres, hobgobs, hammerheads, and salvage drones as well. Obviously, I've got some. You can see there from Tech 2 ogres. I've got some drone skills. I've got 26 million skills in total, skill points. Just no ISK to use those skill points, so it's a bit of a struggle. I've only got 4 hammerheads. Oh, I see. What's going on? Why have I only got 4 hammerheads? Why? What's going on? Obviously, I need to buy some hammerheads. It's not good. Okay, what's the range on this? This is, wow, it's a huge range. Yeah, oh, look at these. I should have probably repaired before I left. How are these looking? They look a bit sad. I do look at the state. Look at the state of this. So yeah, I need to buy some some drones and fix my ship up. Shields are going down quite quickly, but that's not a problem because I'm armor tanking. I'm just going to drop this mobile tractor unit, which I forgot to do, and then I'm going to orbit that at 500 just to help with some transversal velocity so I don't get too much of a pounding. And also this mobile tractor unit brings in all the loot for you, so all I need to do when I've killed everything then is scoop this up and all the loot that it's got inside of it, and then just use my salvage drones to salvage the wrecks. Just making sure that my drones aren't taking a beating here, which they're not, which is good. These are mercenaries, so these I think they're quite good loot, to be honest. I mean, it's lucky dip. You know, if you want to try and get a decent bit of loot, like a named shield extender. Those, is it Regaloth shield extenders? They sell for quite a few million, and there's other mods as well that go quite well. But I think I've noticed with level 3 missions, you don't really get much good loot. I think where if you were in zero nullsec space and you were just ratting in an asteroid belt, generally speaking, I found you tend to get better loot. Maybe it's just me. So just a couple more to kill here. What have I got to do? Destroy all the enemies in the... I'm thinking there's going to be another wave after this. I mean, these hammerheads don't seem to be... I mean, they are fighting, what's that, like a mower? So I suppose it is a cruiser, but I'd have thought the hammerhead 2 might have killed them a bit quicker. Maybe I should try different drones. I don't know what resistance these... I think hammerheads do thermal damage. So I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, it's high on, it's quite bad on the shields. Maybe kinetic, some kinetic drones, which is that the Vespers, Caldari drones. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that out. But they're doing it, and of course I've only got 4 of them. Oh, I've done it. That was quick. That was really quick. So I'll just return those drones in. I'll wait for this mobile tractor unit to get this last cam, which it's got. Now let's see what we've pulled from that. I'll just open this up. I mean, it's not bad, is it? It's better than. It's more than the reward, the mission reward. So I'm going to loot all that, and then scoop that back to my cargo hold. I've just got the salvage drones out now. I can stop my ship. Don't need the afterburner on. I can reload those as well, and I can just let the salvage drones do the work here. Now I've got 8.28 million. Let's see what we get from these wrecks here. I mean, look at that straight away. There's like a 250,000 ISK bit of salvage there. So it's worth, you know, it's layered missions. You know, you're going to get a bit of ISK from the mission reward and then the timer reward. You're going to get a bit of ISK from your loyalty points. You're going to get a bit of ISK from your loot, and then you're going to get a bit of ISK from salvage as well. So it's important, unless you're doing burner missions and you just want to blitz it because you've got the skills to do it, and you can just, and you're making great money off LP and reward. If you're a newer player and you really want to just grind out ISK and standing, it's worth taking the extra time to really sort of grind all of the layers, and it all adds up in the end. If you do this over a few days, you know, you can find yourself making more ISK than you would have done if you were just building standing. And it's, I mean, you know, I'm sat here, I'm waiting for these salvage drones to finish what they're doing, but I'm just sort of making ISK at the same time. And like I said, it all adds up in the end, so that's good. So that's added. What's that added? Let's add it up. Just from those drones, me doing nothing, just sort of sat here mopping up the crap. Those drones have added 500k. Now 500k is not a lot when people have got billions of ISK, but when you're doing level 3 missions, if you're a new player and you're saving up for a battleship, it's 500k is 500k, isn't it? You know, it's a decent amount. So let's just make sure we've got everything back. We've got the drones back, we've got the tractor unit back, and then we'll head back and hand this in. It's quite an easy mission, that, to be fair. I've seen harder ones for level 3. I think there's one called the blockade, where you just get wave after wave. I think the next wave triggers from a certain ship that you kill. So sometimes, if you're not paying attention, you can have maybe 2 waves, or maybe 3. I don't know. I've had two's the most I've had, and they can they start at about 80k, but they can get on you quickly. And if you don't control it, you can find yourself overwhelmed, which can be difficult. And also, I found if they spawn in at like 50k or 80k or longer distance, if you shoot the frigate NPCs as they approach, you can pretty much one-shot them, which is good. Then you don't have to worry about them orbiting at like 5k and then messing about, and you have to piss about with light drones, and you're losing sort of effective DPS on the cruisers and battle cruisers and battleships. I was looking for that, you know, the little thing what comes up here in this left corner that says warp to station or dock or warp to location, but it doesn't seem to be there for some reason. So I'm going to have to do it this way, which is not really a drama, but you know. Yeah, so that's a level 3. I mean, it's a bit grindy, to be fair. Once you set up level 2s in a destroyer, they're quite fun to do, especially when you're new to the game. Level 3s, I found, is the biggest grind if you're doing new corporation standing increase to get to level 4s. And then once you're doing level 4s in high sec, you're sort of at the end point. Then you're making good ISK. You can choose, if you've got really good standing, you can choose to start doing burner missions and get a more streamline your ISK per hour. But at the moment, like I said, I'm just doing level 3s. I'm just trying to make ISK, like I said, for that battleship, and hopefully I can get that done and get the battleship going, and then we can see what that does. I might die. I might just die on the first level 4 mission. I might get scrambled by a frigate, thinking I'm good doing a level 4, and I might have to go back to level 3s again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. So let's see what we get then from this. So in total, if I take out the ammo, which I already had, and the mobile tractor unit, it's 1.3 million. Now that is the lowest amount I think I've got in loot. So 1.3 million is 1.3 million. On top of that, we've also got a standing increase, and we've also got, what's that, 400k there and 600 loyalty points. So what's that? We'll say 1.8 million for 2 minutes work. So that's not too bad. And that is level 3s. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few more videos moving forward on more level 3s. I'm going to end this video here. But I'm going to do a few more moving forward, and then obviously when I go to buy the battleship, I'll do a video on that as well, which should be good, and maybe you can help me with the fittings and the settings. But I'll keep going, I'll keep grinding away at this, and I'll keep posting videos. So cheers for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.